Ready to go. He said, "What one?" On the front road. Cause they don't really love you. She love you till the day you. She love you till the day she's gone. On the front road. Cause they don't really love you. When your mother loves you. She'll love you till the day she's gone. From the front row. Alex, they don't really love you. She'll love you till the day she's gone.
Prescriptions, medications, being the person sorting everyone's health out is so stressful. Are you even listening to me?
Nope.
Huh?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, nah, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm really trying to compete worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I know you do, my guy.
And I believe you will be my guy. Yeah. You're already there. You're already out there. On the mountain looking down, bro. It's another chapter.
Wagwan, my man. the Mona Lisa.
There's hundreds of layers of paint. All this Da Vinci could be hundreds of layers of paint. Listen. Yo, if they ain't heard from me in a second, I've been knee deep in grieving. I've been needing a blessing. It's like the old me's deceased and I've just buried the coffin, but that's the price you pay for crazy progression. I need the best to be realistic. I won't bullet protection, cause rappers start taking shots when they can smell a recession. I own the rights to all my music. That's a heavy collection. Now I'm a landlord. Rent collecting is my profession. Watch the microplanes like I do telekinesis. I'm setting fire to the booth. I'm trying to blow it to pieces. See, when you come up from the mud, you better shake up the leeches.
Morning, mate.
I just think I'm the realist. And I go in the deepest. So speak, you see,
I know, yeah.
sleeping and dreaming.
Well done, England last
He
night.
was fighting the demon. Everybody called him mad. I think I really believed him. There was a memory. My landlord, rent collecting is my profession. Watch the mic open flames like I do telekinesis. I'm setting fire to the booth.
Hopefully,
I'm trying to
mate.
blow it to pieces. See, when you come up from the mud, you better shake up the leeches. I just think I'm the realist. And I go in the deepest. So when I speak, you see it vivid like you're sleeping and dreaming. When I was younger, Uncle told me he was fighting a demon. Everybody called him mad. I think I really believed him. There was a murder in his gaff, and after that, it was tweaking. When he got sectioned, I was 14. Visiting a mental institution every day. I had my shack because I wanted retribution for my family or my gang. I would have done an execution. I'll just say it how it is. I just think you're wired different when you grow up hearing stories about murder as a kid. Somehow you smell it in the air. You can feel it in your ribs. I'm like Da Vinci with the pencil. I'm just sketching what I think, but let me throw the kitchen sink.
Morning, Finn, how you run?
About the north, and he said, "Who's the real king?" But I thought, let me not reply. I wait until I'm on the mic. You stand in front of any guy and ask him, who the fuck you think? Let me simplify the facts and we'll just see if it sinks in. Age 11, I got home late. Cause I've been stabbed, I got him back like Vinnie Jones in Lockstock, covered in glass. 30, my cousin asked me for a spade and we was digging to the early hours till eventually we found a strap. 14, I got tipped on an attentive man.
What's your opinion on England last night beating Mexico? What do you think of England versus Norway? Do you reckon England can beat Norway? I'll be honest with you. If England get to the semi-final and beat Argentina, they'll win the World Cup. I'm telling you now. Now, you won't catch me back in England, but I'm just being honest. Well, bro, let's see, can he get through Max Holloway first? You know what I mean? Still, we'll see. I had a great weekend. I seen all my children, you know. I went up to see me 12-year-old, you know. I won't get Father of the Year award, but, you know, I was up there at the weekend and fucking brilliant, you know. It's like, give me a boost, you know. I had to go see her, you know. But, yeah, good weekend. I think I done one live over the weekend. One, maybe. You know, and I didn't even think about it. England versus Norway. Haaland versus Kane. You know, and if England go home, it's going to cause major pain. Like, see the English media? The motherfuckers they are. You know, in England they're playing well and all, they'll write great headlines and shit. But you know, when England do bad, they turn on them. You know, the media in this country, it's just the mentality of Europe. We're very judgmental. It's supposed to be different in America, but still, it's just a human condition, isn't it? I just had me McDonald's breakfast, yeah. Thank you. I was watching a thing last night, right, about this woman who jumped 4,000 feet from a plane on her parachute. She pulled her parachute. It didn't open, yeah. She pulled her reserve. It didn't open. Her canopy got tangled up and she was in a spin. Do you understand? She span all the way to the ground. She landed on her back and survived. She broke five or six ribs. It's like, and check this, you know, her husband, he was in the army, a proper narcissist guy, right? He said, yeah. And he was proper arrogant, you understand? Fucking like, they were trying to explain, like, mental conditions to the court. And this woman, like this geezer, he was manipulating her. They were married, you know, and he had another chick's fucking picture on his barracks wall. In the barracks where he worked, you know, they found knickers in the bin and all. They're like, hang on a minute, bro, you're supposed to be married. You know, your missus fell 4,000 feet, and while you're beside her bed, while she's in a coma, you're fucking Googling wet nurses. Really? Anyway, he fucked. First trial collapsed, you know, scheduled for a retrial or what. If you haven't watched it, I'll shut up, but it's very good. Sometimes you need a break away from this fucking app. You know what I mean? Not this weekend. This weekend I'm going to see my daughter. She's dancing in a competition, so I'm going up to Liverpool the weekend. But the following week, what am I doing the following week? Yeah, I'm meeting Mousy. Mousy's coming over on the 18th and the 19th. He's coming to Manchester to do content, so I'm going to go and link up with him. Like, I've lived in this city for 32 years. So I know my way around, you know. But Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, man, that's going to be some fight. If Conor loses, I'd just leave it there. I'd retire for good. You know, I'd be honest with you, I don't think he should have been fighting Max Holloway. You know, but Conor's the money fight. It doesn't matter who he fights. He brings the numbers. You know what I mean? Like Max Holloway, like, is going to get a nice few quid. If he beats Conor McGregor, he gets his full money. If he loses, he gets half of his money. You know, you get your show money and you get your win money. Jack, I'll agree with you. You know, I love to see Conor the way he is now, being humble and not taking drugs and not drinking and being a proper professional. You know, this is the Conor McGregor I like. You know, I've been his biggest critic, mate. I'm one of his fucking critics, because it's like, when you're a professional, you have kids looking up to you. Do you understand? And if they see all that shit in the paper, that he's taking cocaine, he's doing this, he's smashing people's phones, they're going to grow up like little thugs. You know, there's no point in knowing how to fight and being a thug. But I'm rooting for him. You know, I won't be staying up to watch it, I don't think. I don't know, because I have to go to a fucking dancing competition. Like, the McGregor that fought Aldo is like the McGregor I see today. He's off the drink, he's away from the whiskey and the smoke, you know. And like I said, man, I know that he's found God, you know, because only faith can intervene like that and save a man. Do you understand? Only faith, you know, not luck. Hard work and hope and faith, you know. You know, educated people will tell you, here, fuck faith, you know, but I believe, I have faith, I have my faith. I hope Max turns it into a fight, and I hope Conor doesn't start throwing leg kicks. You understand? I know he's been working on them. I've been watching every bit of content I can watch on him since he's found God. You know, this is the Conor McGregor the country loves. You understand? Yeah. Don't ask me why. He does not need the money. I know that. He doesn't need the money. He's come back for the love of it. He said one day he'd come back and everybody doubted him, including me. So I apologise for that. I want to apologise to absolutely everyone for doubting Conor. You know, I was wrong. You know, he proved me wrong. Well done, you. You proved the world wrong. You know. So I'm looking... I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to Ian Gary and Islam Makhachev. You know, that's going to be some fight. Dagestan versus Ireland Part 2. Do you reckon Conor will go? Hey, do you reckon Conor will turn up? Do you reckon Conor will be in his corner? Because you know who's going to be in Islam's corner? Khabib. That'd be great, wouldn't it? You know, Paddy Pimblett is fighting on the card as well. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a good night of fighting. I'd like to see Conor beat Max Holloway. I really would, you know. But Max, like I said, Max Holloway is fucking... He's gifted with his hands. You know, he's got lightning quick hands. Like, Conor has power. But I truly believe you can come back a second time. You know, I know you can. You know, you just have to believe in God and want it. You know, go in there and execute your plan. Fight your fight. Don't fight Max's fight. Don't get dragged into Max's game. You understand? Because if Max controls the pace of the fight, he controls the fight. Simple. You know, you can't let your opponent dictate the pace of the fight. Do you understand? I know about fighting. I'll be honest with you. Conor won't submit Max. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Either Conor's getting knocked out or Max is getting knocked out. That's what I think the fight. That's how I think the fight is going to play out. Someone's getting knocked out. You know. Conor has a good chin. You know, but like I said, you know, we'll see. He's already fought Max Holloway, you know what I mean? It's like, but this, you know, this is one of the most anticipated comebacks in mixed martial arts history. You know, this is one of the most anticipated comebacks in combat sports of all time. Everybody's been calling Conor's name for years. Michael Chandler. Yeah, Paddy Pimblett. Dustin Poirier must live in his head rent-free. That must get him, you know. Your missus is in me DMs. Jolie's in me DMs. You know, I be honest with you, I give Conor McGregor an awful lot of stick because it's like he hurt me feelings and my heart as a fan, you know, and as a professional, he should know better, you know. This is the Conor McGregor now. I've been watching all his footage, and I'll tell you one thing, man, he's worked hard to come back to get where he is. He's sacrificed his lifestyle. Do you understand? The Mac is back. What can I say? Panic attack. He's coming. Hey, can you imagine his walkout song? The most anticipated walkout song in mixed martial art history. Sinead O'Connor. Hang on a minute. Give me a second. We're going on a reminiscent one. It's coming. Conor McGregor is back. Are you ready? Are you fucking ready? The Mac is back. The Mac Daddy. Is back. Two-time champion, two-time division champion. You understand? He doesn't need the money. Look at Hallen doing the road to team, look. Look at him rowing, look. You can't see it probably. They're all rowing, all the fans are rowing. Go on, Hallen, look. That is amazing, that. Fucking right, Dana's happy, mate. It's like, you know, I never thought Conor McGregor would get back. You know, I never thought he'd come back, you know, for the love of it. You know. Yeah, I want to listen to a bit of motivation stuff, guys, because I've not been on, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, I've not really felt very well, but I've been all right the weekend, you know what I mean? I had a great weekend, you know. I want you to listen to something.
Asking over and over again. Why the
You
silence
don't have
built?
to, but I'm going to listen to it anyway.
Engage in the world. Go find out some new things. Learn some new things. Whether that's the physical frontier or the mental frontier. Take more risk there. Start with, what do you have an innate ability to do? What's in your DNA? You know, I wanted to play basketball for years. I wanted to dunk. It ain't my DNA, bro. I'm never gonna dunk. No matter how hard I worked at it, I was never gonna dunk. That's what I wanted to do. So look at, what do you have an innate ability for? And what then are you willing to pursue an education for, work for, hustle for? That for which you have an innate ability for. And if we're gonna talk about making a living, is that which you have an innate ability for, and now I've educated yourself, your talent, to have a talent for, is that, and how can that be, something that the world demands? Because it's supply and demand. Boy, you can end up doing something you got an innate ability for, plus you become really good at it, you learn the craft, and the world demands it, and you can supply it. There you go. But some of us have innate ability, but we're not willing to, we don't work for it. We don't improve our skills. We kind of rely on what we got, and it kind of become middle of the field, and sometimes I don't have the ability for it, but I'm going to learn a new craft, and I'm going to hustle at actually, when we get good at something, we kind of can start to go, oh, I didn't know I didn't like this anymore, but I like it now. It starts to feel good to do over and over. I was lost, man. I'm lost. I'm writing 16-page letters to myself, and I'm returning them with a 17-page letter. About what? Huge existential questions mixed in with, oh, everything's going great, trying to talk myself and keeping my head up, you know what I mean? And I said, okay, if I can't do what I want to do, I'm going to quit doing what I've been doing. Cut the shit, McConaughey. Quit giving yourself that out, that parachute, even though you may have it. I needed to strong-arm myself, put my damn hands on the wheel, look in the mirror and go, it's on you. Because it is time to become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision. Get it. Own yourself. Walk forward with more courage and start becoming the man you want to be instead of acting like it and putting it off. Work ethic. Hustle, hustle, hustle. I can't.
Morning,
I
Ian.
hate.
I'm all right, mate.
And
Thanks.
lying were 3 things that you got in trouble for. So what did I learn from Don't Say Can't? That unable to do something, you can, even if you can't pull it off, you can go find help, which means you were just having trouble. What did I learn from getting a butt whooping for saying I hate you to my brother? Well, what I was learning is the antonyms to those words, because saying I can't, lying, and saying I hate you were bringing me pain. So the opposite must bring pleasure, right? Tell the truth, love, and believe that you can. Those were the values how I remember them getting instilled in me. And to this day, I still have them. Trying to transfer them to my kids as well in a different way than my parents did. Anything exterior should not give you your identity. Why are you going to watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? Belief is a verb.
Amen.
Do you remember these?
Yes.
You wrote this roughly around the same time in '92. Roughly, actually, when I was born, funnily enough. I saw the date on the top and thought, oh, it's a few days off after my birthday. And again, you put fatherhood number 1, but there's a series of other things on this list of your 10 goals in life. As you reflect on those goals, do you wish you hadn't written any of them? And is there anything else you wish you had written?
No, that I wouldn't change a thing about it.
10 goals in life: become a father, find and keep a woman for me, keep my relationship with God, chase my best self, be an egotistical utilitarian, take more risks, stay close to mum and family, win an Oscar for best actor, look back and enjoy the view, just keep living.
I don't know what I'd add to that.
One of the things that you've talked a few times about is this idea of like you needing resistance.
Yeah.
You said it 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And going back to what it is to be a man and what it is to be a well-orientated, stable man, needing resistance. Is that a goal to aim for? Or is that...
I think it's just a necessity for having more than just an individual life at the top of the high rise. You gotta have some resistance to have some form. You gotta push off of something to go somewhere. It's very hard when you're just floating in no gravity and no resistance to actually pursue a North Star. You have no leverage.
Amen.
You're floating. Where's the art? Probably more anarchy than art.
As the world's game takes centre stage and countries come
Anyway,
together,
good morning
it's
to
here
everybody. I've not been
together.
on over the
Every fan
weekend. Been dealing with
So
a few
resistance
things.
gives form. Heard a great artist say this. Limitations reveal style.
Listen to this.
Resistance.
It'll
It's
help
like
you.
green lights. If life's just nothing but green lights, if you got no yellows and reds, no reasons to pause or crises that stop you, resistance? What are you just gonna go in circles? Do you run out of gas? Get dizzy?
Come on. You go and make another cup of tea.
I don't see that. How do we evolve or devolve without resistance? Now, picking the right resistance is an art in itself. It's challenging. I've been clumsy with it in my life, especially when I got famous and got success. And enough people telling me I love you and the caviar and the champagne, I was like, what the shit? Why me? I don't deserve any of this. What does it? I push things up on purpose. ambition to say, like, I trip myself running down hills, so I can bloody my own nose and go, now I can feel. Okay, now my heels are on the ground. It was clumsy. So, I don't think we need the kind of resistance that we create that can harm us or get in our way for getting in our way's sake, because I've come to learn, I think we all are, no, when things are going really well, resistance is going to come. If you have any ambition, resistance is going to come.
We often see resistance as a form of failure and something that we should endeavor to avoid. You think about the avoidance of like people building families, or even many people consider that we're living in a bit of a comfort crisis. This is slightly a different sort of analogy, but most of the diseases that we have today, whether they're diseases of, I don't know, the mind, like, people feeling lonely and isolated, or physical diseases, 80% of Americans getting back pain, but no one in the Hadza tribe in Africa getting back pain. They're all a consequence of us continually choosing comfort, which is a short-term friend but long-term enemy. And resistance, I think, is something increasingly we can choose or opt out of.
It's choice, too. Can I hit a point that's on this subject? It's called Tips Included. And I wrote this based on participation trophies. Entitlement. How too much of something can be just as harmful as not enough. How we all need good fortune, good fate, and charity sometimes, but we shouldn't rely on that. Okay? Tips Included. When extra credit's included, credit doesn't get us due. When more gives us less, the exchange rate's gone askew. When amnesty is offered going into the crime, we're more bound to commit it because there's no fine. We start playing to tie instead of going for the win. When participation is the trophy for every cow in the pen. If I stay on the porch because you picked up the slack, when you look over your shoulder, I can't have your back. If there is no curfew, we're going to stay out all night. No tab at our bar, we're going to get drunk and start a fight. All these long lenses got us losing our sight. You keep lifting it from me, I'm going to lose all my might. When a 4-star duty suits the 6-star rate, we take our hands off the wheel and rely on fate. Eating all we can at the all-we-can-eat buffet gives us a 3.8 education and a 4.2 GPA. We steal from ourselves and get away with the scam. What's the measure of merit with less give a damn? These unlimited options, they sure have me confused, while all the conveniences are keeping me properly lubed. In this red light district, with the horror of inflation, the ROI's math don't pay for vacation. So let's just admit
Morning, Lindsay.
these extra credits quite a flutter. Because when the tips
So I've not done a live. I done a live stream the other day. I done one over the weekend. House Streets. Nah, listen, I did something the weekend that I've been afraid to do for a long time. I'm not gonna win Father of the Year, but I went up to see me 12-year-old daughter the weekend. I've not seen her for ages, and it's been my fault. And the reason I didn't want to go see her because I'm not well. And yeah, I don't want to go into it, but I went to see me 12-year-old yesterday. Like, shout out to Air Mousy. This weekend, I'm going to a dance competition, and the following weekend, Mousy is coming to Manchester, so I'm going to go in and meet him. I'm going to invite him up to me Mars, you know what I mean? Come up and have a cup of tea and a sandwich, you know what I mean? But I did something that I wanted to do for ages, look.
Right, this is my 12-year-old daughter, and she's a City fan, and I'm a Man United fan. I'm also blue as well, but you know how handsome is she? She takes after her mother, thank God, you know what I mean? But anyway, she's a City fan, but I still love her, you know. Right, this is my 12-year-old daughter, and she's a City fan, and I'm a Man United fan. I'm all...
Yeah. It's been a good weekend, you know. Can't complain. Yeah. We go back to listening to this. I like listening to motivational stuff, and I've been slipping for the last 4 or 5 days. I've not really done any content. I've made a few shorts, but listen to this. Me and I tell you, I listen to certain things, okay, that give me a certain mindset, okay? Be open to speculation, be open to criticism. If you want your channel to grow on here, you have to do a few things. You have to be real. You know, there's a lot of people out there that make multiple accounts just to come in here to troll me. Like, listen, you need to give your heads a wobble, because that's sad when you have to do shit like that, you know? People do anything and whatever, to get a bit of clout or...
Conveniences, the long lenses, everything's like, and we've out-convenienced ourselves. What's AI going to do to us? Talk about convenience. How much, and I want to keep hearing studies, I wonder if you have an opinion on this. How much of you coming up with an idea and then writing and rewriting it, thinking about it, no, that's not an sort of, this is what I really mean and how to get it. How much of that is really valuable to get it beyond just an intellectual idea, more valuable than just going, there it is. Because what comes out of it is incredibly impressive. My hunch is that we can use it for like signpost to help us. Oh, that's good. That'll help. Thank you for helping me organize. But there's a value to us going through the sweat equity of learning something.
The studies have just come out using different things like ChatGPT have actually proven what you've just said to be true. That when people use AI to produce a piece of work, not only can't they recall what they've made, but they also start speaking in language more like the AI, so they start to lose their own voice. People like Richard Feynman, the physicist, has said the best way to learn something is to learn it and then to go through the pain of writing it, condensing it down to a simple truth like you do so often in your new book, Poems and Prayers, and then sharing it with the world and then getting the feedback. And if the world understood it like you meant it, like that poem you just shared, you understand it. That's evidence that you get it.
Right.
So I think AI is going to be great for me saying something to you, but not learning something myself. And I think if you want to defend creativity and innovation and the ability to think, you actually have a huge opportunity, which is to go left when everyone's going right.
Right.
And it goes to what you were saying there. You were talking about be careful when you mess with incentives. Like, be careful when you choose the easier road. Be careful of the unintended consequences. And AI is a prime example of an unintended consequence of you taking the easier road today.
Look, I still got to learn how to take a vacation. Because, there's sometimes when the wind's at our back and we've earned it. There's sometimes when it's easy street and it's like, don't interrupt this, man. This is a sweet-ass song. Trust that the hill's coming. Again, don't be so impressed with this. And what I have to do is so fall into when things are going really well, I go, there it is. That's the mean. No, it's not. Not with any ambition, it's not. Or not with life happening, it's not. You shoot for an A and make a C is better than shooting for a C and make it an F. So go for perfection. Reality always comes in under it. But in that moment, when you see the inevitable reality, the outcome, the result, how quickly can we go, okay, but I got so much more out of it. The job, the person, myself, because I went for perfection. If I'd have just gone for, just pass class. But what can be hard for me sometimes is it can take me too long to come down from when, it didn't hit perfection. And maybe it takes me a week to go, dude, now do you finally realize that, of course you weren't going to get perfection, but you got so much more out of it because you went for perfection.
Yeah.
So be pleased with reality because you got a good grade on it, man. That was good. That piece of art wouldn't have been that true if you wouldn't have been I don't like. I always say this all the time, and I never mean this in a up to what I thought it could be. Because I'm thinking it can be divine. Divine.
And I think that everything that's ever been built that's great or creatively brilliant has come from someone who has a big expectation gap. And of course, the very definition of that, you're never going to close it. And actually, probably the reason you then are motivated to move to the next thing and pursue divine again is because it wasn't divine last time. Maybe there's still something left on the table, and that's means you never arrive.
Right. But if you can find something that can keep you going, something, no matter how small, to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here will be better than it is now. Heaven or not.
Every nation. One champion. One app. To bet on the world's biggest game. Get into the action. Get £30 in free bets when you bet £10.
Listen.
Now. Heaven or not.
What do I need to understand about your earliest context to understand who you are, the values you have, and the perspective that you view the world with?
Earliest on, basic values of respect yourself, respect others, give a damn about yourself, give a damn about others. Combined with a mother that wherever we went in the world, that we might have been a little nervous to take a risk at, she was like, don't walk in there like you want to buy the place, walk in like you own it. So a sort of boosting up of what you could say is massive ego, but also you were not allowed to walk on your proverbial toes in our family. You were brought down, and if anyone in our family, if anything, I would say going back, I think mom and dad maybe could have been a little more lenient with the successes that we had, and when we did parade, when my brother did win the
Normally, I listen to an hour of this every day, but because I've been away, I've neglected it, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting reacquainted with something.
Or a win or a box office hit, you weren't allowed to. At the same time, you were raised up once you were home. That balance. We were taught resilience, heavy duty resilience, baseline gratitude. Quit asking me for new shoes. I'm going to introduce you to a kid with no feet. Well, okay. Like sobering. These were these aphorisms from my mother. Yeah, but
I made a bollocks of this
into us, all right? At the same time, I spent 36 years thinking I was Little Mr. Texas because my mom told me I was. Until 36 years later, I look at the trophy and it says I was runner-up. I go, oh, Mom was like overselling us to ourselves at the same time. You better be humble. Sleep was sin in my household. Sin. I saw my dad asleep one time in my life. I got up at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning and went to the kitchen and peeked, and I saw him sleeping. I went and woke up. My brother's like, dude, but Dad's still asleep. He actually died 2.5 months later. And connected that idea that, oh, if he slept in that late, he must have not been feeling well. If it was daylight, you couldn't be inside. There's a fierce sense of independence. 30 minutes of TV a night, max. Mom would always say, turn that damn thing off, get outside. You had to be outside. Like, get out in the world, go hustle, figure it out, be home at dark. That was just the understood rule. We always knew we were loved. There's never a question that we were loved. And Mom would always keep on and make sure you're loving yourself. I remember breakups, heartbroken. She'd let us mourn. She was a great ear, very sensitive ear to that kind of to pains like that, broken hearts. But only for a day. After a day, she'd crank up the AC/DC, man, and go like, now, get up. You're worth it. Her loss. Come on, get out of bed. Come on. Quit moping. Lift your head up.
Shout
Come on,
out to
come
me,
on, buddy. We
ma.
got this. Her loss. Give me the day. No more than that. Our love and the family was physical. No grudges. No grounding. Get in trouble, which we did. One, we were always guilty when we got in trouble.
Amen.
But it was corporal. It was take your licks. Get it over with, take your licks. We're not going to ground you because that'd be taking away your time. And your time is the most valuable thing you got. So take your licks. You're not going to get injured. It's going to hurt. And
Take your licks.
If you yell, one of the licks, you're going to get another one. The love was tough. The love was physical. We hugged more than, the hands soothed much more than they hurt. 999 times out of 1,000. But it was we were a physical, hugging, loving family. You always went to bed with an I love you and a kiss, even if it was ritual, which it was. Like a Sunday service.
Yeah.
Gotta wake up, even if I'm not listening to the damn
No, I
preacher.
watched it
I'm
this
being
morning.
subconsciously reminded that you
I
should take a
wasn't
day
staying
out of
up
the
to
week
watch
to
England.
be
Fuck that.
at the most number 2. That you should.
Hey, they play Norway, you know. Mark, if England beat Argentina, they deserve to win the World Cup.
What did I say from the start, though?
Yeah, well, you should have put your money where your mouth was, you fucking dummy. Like, I said to you, bro, if you're going to put it on, but they're going to win the World Cup, bro. I can see it. See the way Harry Kane was playing last night with vengeance in his eyes. England's going to win the World Cup. You know, I can't even believe I've said that. But I'm being honest with you, I'm going off observation. You know, Brazil are gone. Germany are gone. Holland is gone. Mexico is gone. You know, and a few other teams are gone too. You know, Brazil last night, like I said, I don't know what Neymar was doing or whether it was last night. I was watching, I didn't see Brazil and fucking, I could have been the day before or whatever, but yeah, man, they got knocked out of the way by Norway. Fuck's sake, man. Haaland is scary, he is. Hey, what odds would you get him for Norway to win the World Cup?
Most number 2, that you should go get humbled and say thank you to a higher power, and thank you for the things that you have in your life, and thank you for the people you have in your life, and helping those people double down on those great attributes that they have. People come and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry about your childhood. And I never felt like I was loved. And it was hard love, and it was tough love, and my mom and dad's love was passionate love. We knew we were loved.
Shout out to me parents. I'll see it on the other side, I suppose, but for now, we've got things to do, you know. I know you see me, I see you every day. Shout out to you, man, and I am not again.
Asking over and over again.
Anyway, we're going to be doing a live. We're going to stay live for a couple of hours because I've not done one over the weekend. So here, we're going to listen to it.
Call at 7:36 p.m. I remember the number.
You don't have to listen if you don't want
what's
to.
up, monkey man?
I need
Let's
to
talk
do
about
this.
something. Sure. I said, Dad, I don't want to go to law school anymore. I want to go to film school.
It's about making your parents
Starts
proud.
going down the back of my neck.
You know?
I'm like, here it comes. You want to what? I thought he was going to go into other stuff about like my ass. You know what I mean? That can be a hobby, but that's not a real job. I thought all this was coming. And after about a 5-second pause, he goes, I hear this. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Yes, sir. And I hear, well, don't half-ass it. In the way he said don't half-ass it was also, okay, let's go, big boy. Own that. Put some leverage, get some horsepower behind where you're going. Go do it. If you're going to do it, do it.
Do something.
Say what you can do.
And do what you say.
Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage the decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out.
Amen.
Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go,
Has anyone seen Rick?
oh, if I just would have, that keeps me up at
I'm
night. I think it keeps
concerned
a lot of us
about
up at
Rick.
night.
I have a
Half
bad
something you
feeling, and
just don't
listen,
know.
when I
Whether
get
you
these
failed
feelings, I'm
or
not
succeeded,
wrong.
got what you want or didn't get what you want.
Ricky, if
Finding
you're
out
watching this or you
and
ever
looking in
watch
the
it,
mirror and
let me
going,
know you're alright, bro,
I didn't
because I'm
have
a bit
this, and I
worried
went all
about
the way.
you.
I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to. Let's go to the dream. Let's flip that script. I always have gone from nonfiction to say, let's make that the dream. Just keep living. Art emulates life. So I flipped it and said, let's go to dreams. Let's go to prayer, poems, prayers. These are pursuits of an ideal beauty. These are in between the lines. This is in between the math. This is not academic. This is not intellectual. These are ideals that we pursue, the beginner's mind that we have as a child before we know worse. And I don't want to be ignorant. I don't want to be foolishly optimistic. Let's look to those and believe that we can still make those real. I grew up only knowing sort of the courage of the persistence. You're resilient, endure, get up, dust yourself off, go. The problem with that, the Achilles heel with that is if you get up and get the courage to keep on going, every time you get up and dust yourself off, you make the same mistakes each time around because you never backed up. To have what I've now learned, I'm still learning, is the courage to go, no, I'm going to let some people pass me in the race right now because I'm going to look at why I keep stepping in that damn same pothole and twisting my ankle, the same spot. Why I keep failing when I try to get that next spot in this relationship, or failing in this place to get this product of my craft to the next.
There is a unique sort of circle of hell that is reserved for when you keep on making the same mistake over and over again.
It makes me calm, you
You've
know.
done it. You've had to pay the penance, say that you're sorry, and then arrive straight back at the same place.
Yeah, but I think there's a hell in the mirror.
Definitely.
Then I think it can become a living hell. Like I kept that poem in there, Daymares.
I love that one.
I do too. You know, nightmares suck, but at least you wake up and they're over. It's the ones that stick with you when you wake up and go through your day that are right there. Those are the ones, that's the living hell. You repeat offend enough, word gets out. The circles gets out. People doubt you on your approach. They're like, yeah, but don't do this. I mean, all of a sudden, you're going places and you gotta look over your shoulder. You gotta see who's there that I didn't pay back. Who do I owe? What bridge did I burn? What bridge did I betray to get where I am? That's a life. That's a living hell.
Well, forget that in the modern world you can move from city to city. At least you can, in some regard, leave your reputation behind. However, if you lose your reputation with yourself, if you no longer trust you, I don't keep my own word. I know that I'm not a trustworthy person. I keep making promises to myself and to other people, and I keep on breaking them.
Amen.
I keep doing something that hurts other people, or the same person. They don't trust me anymore, and I don't trust me anymore.
If I said I can't, my dad's teeth would just start to go. Excuse me. You sure you're not just having trouble? I remember this one time I was going out to do my chores Saturday morning to mow the lawn, and I couldn't get the damn lawnmower to start. Checked everything, couldn't get it started. I'm going inside. I said, Dad, can you help me out? I can't get the lawnmower started. And he turned around, I saw his mowers. And he got up, walked with me through the kitchen, through the garage, out the backyard, went to the lawnmower, messed around, pulled a couple things out, after about 10 minutes, boom, cranked it. And while the lawnmower was running right there, he came over to me and bent down and looked me in the eye and goes, see, son, you were just having trouble.
Be less impressed and more involved.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that, and where did that come from?
It came from, we grew up hardcore on gratitude. I'm a very thankful guy. And being thankful and having gratitude is very important.
With gratitude,
can't stop
optimism,
there.
sustainable.
Because
This is
too
what I
much
always
just,
tell
I'm
you,
so happy to
listen,
be here.
do something.
You're so impressed to be here. Thank you for having me, which we should have. But if you live only there, we can't be present and be involved in whatever we're doing and do it as well as we want to do it. You gotta go, no, thank you for letting me be here, and I'm supposed to be here. Now let's go. If I'm even talking to you, if I'm here going, man, I'm so happy to be here. If I'm just happy to be here and go no further than that, we can't have this conversation. I won't be there yet. I can't be grounded enough to have it right here. I'd be like, I'd anticipate my thoughts. I'd, say something that is only the pretty stuff and not the ugly stuff, or, oh, I don't want to be me. So to be involved allowed me to be more honest and have more courage. When we're involved, we're more honest and have more courage to do what we're fashioned to do. How life was nothing but green lights, and we didn't have yellows and reds, things that make us pause, hardships, crises, times for introspection. Then what the hell would it all be for? We need the yellows and the reds. That's how we evolve. That's how hopefully there's some ascension to our being. That's how we give some credit to time and growing older. If we were the same person today that we were 20 years ago, then what the hell are we doing? If anything, I would say to my 50-year-old self, go fail more.
Yeah.
If anything, I would say to you, go fail more. Forget them. Those people on the sideline that are saying the thumbs down or calling you something or being snarky, they're on the sidelines for a reason.
You've got this great line where you say so many people are obsessed with how to live longer instead of how to live better.
Yeah.
How do you come to think about that?
I'm for it. The longevity. I'm for it. But in the pursuit of it, are we measuring quality of life along the way? Some people aren't. And I personally don't want to have the highest number, but then go, oh, I need fun, or I didn't enjoy that, or that sucked. Profit measures quality with the quantity.
Amen.
So I'm saying real success is when you have profit. Well, really great longevity would be for those quality years, quality time left in this life. I also say that because while I'm not looking forward to it, I'm not really afraid of death or dying. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm shaking my boots if I'm face to face with that great white. I'm not looking forward to it. But I see it as obviously it's inevitable, and obviously I personally see it as hopefully a comma, not a period. Tomorrow is not today's measurement when the misery is bad enough.
That's fucking brilliant.
Because people
What I'm
don't
saying.
have the suffering consideration. It's a privilege, man.
Will we
I'm trying
go
to
for
put
a
food on
walk?
the table right now. I'm paying my rent tonight. You want to talk to me about investing in my future?
Will we go for a walk
And
around the
and that's
estate?
part of what faith and
What do you
religion are
think?
for. To help those in misery hang on to a hope that will most likely not be served them in this life. To sell them belief and faith that they will be served in the next. And what if there is nothing there, man? What if there's nothing to hope for? What if there's no next? I don't know. But either way, in misery here or without a heaven there, not having any hope or faith in anything is a certain way to remain where you are
Amen.
forever. But if you can find something that you can keep going, something that no matter how small to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here is going to be better now, heaven or not.
What about love?
We always knew we were loved. There's never a question that we were loved. As loving each other, loving mom and dad, being loved by mom and dad, and making mom would always keep on to make sure you're loving yourself. I remember breakups, heartbroken. She'd let us mourn. She was a great ear, very sensitive ear to that kind of to pains like that, broken hearts. But only for a day. After a day, she'd crank up the AC/DC, man, and go like, now, get up. You're worth it. Her loss. Come on. Get out of bed. Come on. Quit moping. Lift your head up. Come on, buddy. We got this. Her loss. Give me the day. No more than that. Hustle.
Say that again.
Did you hear what the fucking commentators were saying, yeah?
What?
Like, we're getting worse than Americans, aren't they? The fucking British commentators.
Why? What did he say?
England, no. Mexico didn't lose tonight in their temple. Well, they did tonight.
Yeah, I know, fucking idiots. Bro, I'll be honest with you. It's like if they're gonna have to beat Norway, and then they're gonna have to beat Argentina, and if they do that, they deserve to win the World Cup. I'm listening to me motivation. I've not done this for that. I've done one live since Thursday, bro. Mark, can I pinch a fag on you?
Hey, no more than that. Hustle. Sleep was sin in my
I need
household.
to go and get
Sin.
skinned.
I saw my dad asleep one time in my life.
This is what
Fierce
come
sense
with
of
me morning,
independence.
Pablo.
Hour, 30 minutes of TV a night max. Mom would always say, why are you going to watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? Turn that damn thing off, get outside. You had to be outside. Like, go, get out in the world, go hustle, figure it out, be home dark. And I was like, time to become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision.
Oh,
Get it? Own yourself. Walk forward with more
yeah.
courage and start
I went to
becoming the
see
man
me
you
little girl, man. It's like fucking up in Rochdale. She's getting so tall, you know. I'm gonna bring yous on a walk with me. They're great, yeah. I seen them the weekend, you know. I had a good weekend, Pablo. Like, you know, like I said, it's like not many people understand me, you know. I've not been very well in all fairness, but I suppose it is what it is. Right here, we're going to shop, yeah. We go to shop and get some skins. Yeah, fuck it, come on, we walk, we go over. I'm gonna go get some skins because I haven't any cigarette papers and I need some. Right, come on. This is what I come for a ride. Oh, we go for a walk. Yeah. I'm going over to get skins. Right. Fuck's sake, there's cars everywhere. I have to go to shop because of no skins, you know. I should have gotten some on the way down, man. I'm a fucking dickhead. But yeah, I had a good weekend, man. I seen me kids, you know. I'm going to Liverpool the weekend. She's got a competition on Sunday, Pablo, so I'm going to watch her dance, you know. Like she wants to, like I said, she does that fucking Morris dancing, doesn't she? So, and she's a troop leader, so it's like, you know, I know where she gets that from, you know. She's a McDonald too, you know. Like Dylan, Saoirse hasn't got my name, but the other three kids have. Mad. But I suppose it is what it is. Alright, Lindsay. Yeah, I'm just going over to the shop. I'll show you this place, right? 1 second, give me a second. Just let me get around here a minute. There you go. Anyway, we're going over the Monkey Bridge. So the Etihad's over there, so and all the City fans going to the Etihad. You know, and all the Leeds fans and what have you are getting escorted. They get escorted up this way by the police. You know. But anyway, this is basic. Just give me a second. Yeah, loads of people stood up late last night to watch England. Now they're playing Norway. Every time I come down here and I go past this area, I always salute it. It's like, cause this is where I tried to end my life, down here. You know. Like I said, Manchester, it's different. Like, there's not a person I don't know on this housing estate, you know. I'm more comfortable on this housing estate than I was on the old one when I lived in Ballyfermot, in all fairness. You know. Yeah, so this is where loads of fucking fights happen between the fans, because look, right, it's a laneway in between the Etihad. If you go all the way down there, that goes all the way to the Etihad, right? And if you go all the way down this way, it brings you into town and straight to the train station. So they come around this way, yeah? a few weeks ago there was a bit of trouble where they knocked down the fences, you know what I mean, to get to the fans. Crazy, yeah. Look, the whole panel went out. They tried to get at the fans. Because all this was boarded, you understand? It's like, yeah. So, like I said, you see here where I am now. I tried to end my life here one night. Crack down my head. You know what I mean? I was smoking crack one night down here. And I decided it'd be a good idea to try end my life. What a fucking idiot. Hello again, old friend. Ha! You didn't get me, did you, you cunt? I'll show you the reason you didn't get me, Pablo. Look, this is what I'm saying. I hugged that, Pablo. See that pillow there? Look, you see that yellow one there? I lay next to that, Pablo, and the train ran over me. I was laying with me head there, Pablo. Me feet there. Not the other way. Not laying this way with me feet towards that way. My head is there where that yellow thing is. And see there, that's where my feet were. Hey, if the train had gone over me the way I wanted it, me head would have coming off and it'd have found me body maybe. That's if I wasn't ripped to pieces. Like, what's the odds of you surviving that? What's the odds? Go on, talk to me. What's the odds? Salute that right there. Because you see that? That's the reason why I'm talking to you right now. So put some respect on that name over there. Because see that? That could have killed me. Shout out to Pablo's and Matt. And it's that. Come on. Ah! I'm going to piss on that. Hey, get me balls out. Hang on, I'm going to piss on that. Sorry, Lindsay. Hey, I'll make you laugh now, bro. Here. There's your beloved stadium over there. Look, here. There you are. Give it away, bro. Hey. There's the Etihad right there. It's like, so this is where all the fans, like I said, and they walk up this way. This is where as well. See here? This is where the police. This is where the police walk the away fans up that road. You know, shout out to Aston Villa, man. They surprised me. But this is where the fans will walk from down there, yeah. If you walk straight, you'll go to the train station. And if you follow that all the way to the end and keep going, you'll be at the Etihad. We're going over to get skins. Do you ever hate when you run out of fucking cigarette papers and you are that close away from the shop before you come down? Fuck. Hey. Whoops. Yeah, here. Viaduct Street, there's Manchester there, look. There's town right there, you see. Siren City. CCTV City too, still. Yup, all that. Yeah, say hello to YouTube. Hello, gorgeous. Yeah. I'm watching you right now. How are you, Scott? Come here. Pablo, have you seen Rick at all online? I'm a bit concerned about him. It's like, yeah, I'm just concerned about him, you know. Just let me check something real quick. I just want to check the bank. Just give me a second. All right, brother. Can I have a packet of them cigarette papers without the roaches? Fuck's sake. Give me a second. Come on, you fucker. Let me check this real quick. How much a day, bro? No, the brown raw ones if you have them, bro. Oh. Nice one, bro. Thank you. Fucking mad. All right, love. This estate, man, there's cameras all over it, there is. Oh, man. It's fucking warm, man. I shouldn't have worn this hoodie. You know what I mean? My fucking t-shirt as well is proper tight on me. The old Louis is squeezing me, you know. Fuck's sake. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not walking down the pathway. Fuck Israel. Fuck off. Oh. And there we go. I know, Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, that's going to be some event, that. The most anticipated comeback in the history of the sport. And Conor McGregor, I have to give it to him. He's found God. He's found something. You know, the only way I can explain it is in divine intervention. You know, with too many names to mention. It's all about divine intervention. Yeah, you know, getting the old body. Yeah. Do that 10 times, mate, and you won't be able to walk back from the shop. Them stairs murder you. But anytime I'm near it, it's like it's chasing me. And it's not catching me. Not today, anyway. Hell no. You fucking want some? You fucking want some? You know, I was in Liverpool a couple of weeks ago. Comes outside the train station and I sees this cunt. I'm gonna go, all right, mate, how's it going? You fucking want some? I was like, listen, big man, I don't want no trouble. You know, wagwan, what's good? You know, I'm good, bro, wagwan. I was like, here, can I make a shot with you? All right, missus. Did you stay up to watch the football? Yeah. Oh. Man, honestly, it's fucking warm. I was supposed to get me hair cut today, man. I'm slacking. You know, like I think I done one live over the weekend, one stream had for about half an hour maybe. I made a few shots. It's fucking warm. They're letting shots off. Fucking hell. Right, give me a minute and I'll be back in a second. Well, shout out to Scotland. Scotland's still in it. Like I said, I'm done. I've not been watching it for fucking over the weekend. I didn't really watch much of it. Alright, mate. Alright, lad. Where's there a bit? No, that's not mine. No, I'm trying to find my bin. Like, there it is there. Did you even empty it, man? Oh, man. Wow. Look, mate, I'm fucking sweating. Where's that light on? Like, there's no need. Fucking. Oh. Just give me a second and I'll be back in a minute. It's bacon. She's gonna have to give me a minute. like that. Very expensive. Yeah, well, as long as not lasting any years to pay for my shit. There's a pretty little butterfly. How are you, Luke? How's it going? How are you, Alex? R.A. Scott, Pablo and Lyons. You guys, I'm sorry I wasn't ignoring you. It's just like a mission to go to that shop. You know, but anytime I'm at that bottom step, I have to do the old, 2, 4, 6, 8. Get up them stairs. Very good. Like I said, this is England's best chance of winning a World Cup. I don't know where to put me back on my other phone, on my lid.
Becoming the man you want to be instead of acting like it and putting it off.
I think in life you want to be finding
I
people
take them,
that
yeah.
believe in you more than you believe in you.
Why not?
Hold you to higher standards. I think that's the definition of a good friend.
Why not?
I think that's the definition of a good partner. A good definition of a good husband, wife.
That they remind us of the best of ourselves. They shine that light, remind us, because we do. I know I do. It gets put the blinds on it, and I don't see it.
What do you wish more people knew about the price of success in life?
Success has taken on different definitions over time. It used to have to do with integrity. But I think it was a word that was in the definition of 1901 or 11. And now, money, fame, that's your definition of success. So it seems to be that, and it always has been to some extent, whoever has more is most successful. More access, more money, you're the winner. I'm not saying it's a race to the red light, but I am saying the fourth quarter of that being your goal, the residuals decline on quality of life. I've met many more
Thanks very much, and guys, Smile.
men who
If you're not up to that guy in the chat with a funky haircut, train to air it. Guys, can you give Luke a sub? There's another sub. Hey, 180 odd subs away. They're going quick here. I'm not joking.
chase that dollar to be successful and to be relevant for having the most money, that the last 15, 20, even younger years were bewildered, lost, had no relationships, didn't have purpose. Chasing the dollar, they just did it. They were good at it and made it happen, but they didn't feel what they were doing. They couldn't even necessarily say what they were really good at. Just good deal makers or made the right calls in certain mathematics. But that's definition. It's also why I wasn't surprised when Trump first got elected. Had fame, had money. We sell that every day in the West as this is how you make it. America, this is what you do.
Shout out to Luke, and guys, if you're not up to that lad's channel there, Trancha Air, can you do it for me, please? Thanks. If you're watching this now, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, if you're not up to Luke's channel, can you go over and do it, please? Thank you. You know what, bro? Let me do this. Oh, we're down to the last bit. This is bad, you know. Yeah, if any of you have heard of Scott, can you just let me know? Because I'm a bit concerned about him. Because he was in, I'll be honest with you, he's coming off a lot of stuff. And I think he's in hospital. Because it's not like him. I've not seen him for ages. Like he used to always come in me live in the morning. There's something not right. Listen to me, and the same with Straight Jacket Scott in Australia. I don't know where the big man's gone, like. You know, nothing I can do about that. It's like, but you do notice things, you know. Okay, then go on. We can have it. Let's have it. We can have it. Let's have it. What's the phone on? 37, we're alright, we're good. Oh. Well, I'll stay for another 20 minutes, don't have to ring me son. England versus Norway, what do you think of that? This weekend, Conor McGregor's fighting Max Holloway. The most anticipated walkout song in MMA history. Nobody ever thought Conor McGregor would come back, not even me. And I used to be one of his biggest fans, do you understand? Hey, I was into trains. I tried to fucking kill myself with one. If any is like trains, yeah, fuck's sake, mate. Yeah. They're very powerful things. You know, I burned the forehead on myself, me ices, me noses, and me toasts. Got burned, it was atrocious. Yeah, I didn't anticipate the oil. I anticipated everything else, but yeah, I didn't anticipate the oil, is all I'll say. But God was with me that night. He had to be. He had to be, mate. Over the shop to get skins.
Oh, you dickhead, you should have said you were still shut. Just have to walk over and
Walk back, mate. Your back's full. I forgot all about the scooter in all fairness. I just went over there. Go and smoke this outside. Was there many at the funeral? Did you meet anybody you recognise? Or did you recognise anybody at the funeral? Which one? Who? Kenneth O'Driscoll? Yeah. Okay, did he know it was you?
didn't even recognise us. We shook his hand and everything.
Okay.
But he goes, fucking hell, he goes, I wouldn't have even known you, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. When Tell Judo was asking for me, he goes, in fact, I fucking text him every now and then.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So, he was giving Trey, you know, like a kiss and everything.
Yeah.
Trey.
I told you them boys would be there. You know, I'm just going to go out and smoke this and I'll talk to you when I come back in, right?
Right, come on to my bedroom.
Alright, bro. All the boys turned up for Lowell's funeral. My brother said, like, Kenneth O'Driscoll was at the funeral and he said to me, brother, tell your Judas asking for him, you know. It was a good turnout, you know. I couldn't go, I'll be honest with you. I have 13 friends in that graveyard, you know. Graveyards trigger me. Look, I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and me walking into Palmerstown Cemetery, the only way I'll ever get in there is if I'm dead. You know, like I've no desire to go there because I've too many friends there. You know, I can name 13 people that are in there, but I won't, because sometimes I don't think, you know, and I don't realise certain family members do be watching me, you know, so sometimes I can upset people by not fucking thinking, you know, because words sometimes can upset people, do you understand? Like over the weekend I wasn't on, you know what I mean? It's like I just said to myself, you know what, I need a few days to think. Yeah, no, I had a good weekend, I can't lie, you know. Got to see me 12-year-old daughter, you know, that was the best of it. Like, she's getting so tall, man, it's crazy. But it was nice, you know what I mean? Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway this weekend. It's gonna be some fucking fight, man. Yeah, YouTube, like I said, there's a lot of spiteful people on here, Luke, you know. It's very hard to trust people, you know. But in all fairness, no Irish channel has ever tried to troll me or, you know what I mean? I get on with all the Irish community. I get on with most people, you know, but like I said, you can't tell people that have issues with you. Like, I've no issue with anybody, you know. But there's a couple of people seem to have an issue with me, you know. I've noticed the numbers in my channel has been going down. Like, I don't get what's going on, you know. Like, everything is turned on, all my notifications. I've not done anything different. I don't know what it is. You know. If it carries on, I'm gonna have to unpause my monetization. Not to make money. Fuck the money. You know. I'll just unpause my monetization. You won't see me putting up a thing to join my channel and pay me money. Nah, fuck that. But like I said, this weekend I'm going to a dancing competition. My daughter. And that night, Conor McGregor's fighting Max Holloway. Oh, sorry, the next morning, like on the Sunday, you know, that fight won't be on till like 5, 6 in the morning. I ain't staying up to watch it. I'll watch it on fucking the repeat or whatever. I watch it on YouTube. I'm not staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'd understand if I was a drinker and I was on the sniff and all that shit, yeah, but nah, I'd be asleep. You know, but there's loads of people I know won't be asleep. They'll do enough cocaine for me, so I don't need to do none. You get me? You don't need that shit up your nose. You realise one day that shit will kill you in the end. You know, like, I had a love affair with cocaine. You know, and I had to walk away from it, and it's a very hard thing to walk away from. You don't walk away from it, it walks away from you. You have to live with it. You know, you have to trick your brain into telling your brain that your children is your cocaine. And I've managed to trick myself again. You know, it's like tricking your mind. You know, it's a very hard thing to do. You know, but some of us have it in us. Others don't. They fail every time they try, like, you know, but you have to try. Otherwise you won't fail. You won't succeed unless you fail. You have to fail. Embrace it. You know, it's the same with pain. You know, embrace it. And face it. And don't mistake it. Because you can't replace it. Or fake it to make it. I fancy something decent today. I'm trying to think. Guys, give me a minute. I need to order pizza. Give me a second. You hear that? You know, when I was a kid, when I used to hear that, I'd quiver in the corner. When I heard an ambulance or a fire brigade, I quivered in the corner, you know. Mark, Alex told me you met Ken O'Driscoll. Yeah, man. I bet he didn't recognise you, did he? Fucking told you. Who's he sat with? Was his big brother there? Yeah, was he there? Was the other fella there? Okay. Nah, fair play to them for turning up. Shout out to Ken O'Driscoll and his brothers for going to Lowell's funeral. I couldn't make it. My brothers already know. You know, that's what led me to be sick in the first place, and this is the reason I got sectioned. Because growing up, I held on to a lot of things. You know, I didn't deal with things. And if the truth be told, I tried to mask things most of my life with drugs. And they've been me downfall every time. But not this time. You know, like we're away from drugs a long time. You know, but every day is still a battle. It's just like saying you don't believe in Father Christmas, but you still get a present at Christmas, don't you? Think about it like that. Just because you don't believe in Father Christmas doesn't mean you don't get a gift at Christmas. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you know, you know. You know, in my lifetime, I've done enough drugs for every one of my family. You know, and you have to know your weakness and your strengths and your enemies. And you're your biggest enemy, you know that, don't you? Hey, you're your biggest enemy, man. I'm gonna fuck off in about 15 minutes and ring me boy. It's a sports day this week. Hey, little Tom is having a sports day and a graduation ceremony. You know. I never imagined I'd get to see a second son graduate. Even if it's only nursery. I'll take it. You know that little boy? There's nothing in this fucking world that's more important than my sons or my daughters. You know, I'm not father of the year, but, you know, I have my kids near. You know, I'm very grateful for that. Like, if I hadn't got me kids or me grandkids, you know, I don't know whether I'd be here. Because what would be the point? I'd be like, I'm 51, I have nothing, I've no kids, I've no grandkids. You know, but I have a lot to live for. You know, there's no point in dying for your kids. Saying, oh, I'd die for you. I'd die for you, son. Would you die for your kids? Hey, fuck dying for them, but would you live for them? Never mind would you die for them, would you live for them? That's why I have to be sober. You understand? Like, class A drugs and tablets. You won't find anything in my system that is not prescribed. Nothing. Not a damn thing, and you can take that to the bank. You know, I can piss in a cup any time and it'll come back negative. But there's a few people on here, yeah, if they pissed into a cup, yeah, you'd be making videos about them. You know, take accountability and some kind of ownership for your fuck-ups. You understand? For your fuck-ups. And then do something about it. I didn't expect it to be fucking warm out today because the clouds doesn't do it justice, you know. It's fucking warm out today, man. Honestly, I swear to God. I can hear the train coming. I can feel it on the ground. You know, you can feel the vibration of the train in this garden. Can you hear that? Yeah, I don't know what I've done. I don't know what's going on with my bleeding channel, man. Maybe it's because of not being doing lives. You know, constantly. It's like, I'll hit my target eventually. You know, I have other targets that are more important, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh shit. If you appreciate what he does, be sure to let him know. I appreciate you, Luke. And guys, if you're not subbed to my guy there in the chat, right, can you give him a sub? Because he's always giving me shout outs on his channel. So shout out to Luke, you know, for sharing loads of people's channels and good channels as well. You know, there's some good channels on there. Like, there's a few more that I need to sub to. It's very fucking warm here, Luke. Even though the sun really isn't out, it's trying to come out. You know, the clouds are appearing, like, and disappearing. I have a couple of things to catch up with on Netflix. I'm gonna go and watch them. Yeah, I watched something the other night about a geezer in Manila, and he blamed him on murdering these two girls, and he didn't do it. He was in a different country at the time. They have photographs of him there. They have CCTV, but they didn't allow it in court. You know, and the guy got fucking two life sentences. Then they reversed it to the death penalty. And you know, the kid that actually did it got a pardon, and he blamed all these kids on doing it, and they didn't do it, but they needed to make a stick. You know, loads of dirty cops, dirty prosecutors, dirty defenders. You know, the judge who prosecuted the case was found dead in his hotel room, took his own life. A bloodbath. Who cuts their Achilles heel to try kill themselves? You know, he had little superficial marks, and then he had big marks. Somebody killed him. You know, like I said, man, I forget. It's called Give Up Tomorrow or something like that. Give up tomorrow. You know, like, let's get the day out of the way first. You know, worry about it tomorrow. But that's what it's called, Give Up Tomorrow. It's very good. It's on recruiting. And we are not tooting. Do you know what, yeah? It's like there's loads of people on here that are afraid to be themselves. You know, they're afraid to face themselves. You know, look in the mirror and say, you fucked up big time, boy. Loads of times. Hey, that'll help you in life. Own your shit. Take some accountability. Otherwise, you're fucked. You have to accept pain, failure, success, and when you fucking win, you celebrate your wins, even if they're small. Norway versus England. Haaland versus Kane. You know, last night Harry Kane looked scary. I'll be honest with you, I don't say this too often because I get a lot of stick for saying it. I'm going to say it now. I think England are going to win the World Cup. I want to say Argentina's going to win the World Cup. I'll put it to you like this. If England beat Argentina in the semi-final, if they get there, they deserve to win the World Cup. You know, I feel like getting sick after saying that, but I have to be honest. You know, I see it and I say it, you know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end me live, right? Luke, there's plenty of people on here like that. You know, do you know what I don't like, Luke, yeah? Fuck YouTube for a minute, bro. I'm talking about humanity. Why are people so horrible to each other, bro? You know, like, why does everybody have to have an angle? You know, like, and be nice and kind to somebody to get close to them so you can fuck them. You know, that kind of way. I've learned a few lessons on YouTube. Hard lessons. Friendships that broke down. You know, it's their loss as far as I'm concerned, not mine. Like I said, I'm not very healthy. It's like, I remember myself a couple of years ago how I deal with certain people. You know, you see, because I'm stupid like that. You know, fuck the cameras. Everybody's got cameras on their house. You know, so there's no point. You're going to be seen. You know, the police are very intelligent on surveillance techniques and, you know, piecing jigsaw puzzles together. Do Juries love CCTV and DNA and all that shit. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end me live, but I don't know what's up. It's like fucking 5-6 people are coming in me live. Like, look, I don't understand it. It's like, maybe it's because of not being going live, I don't know. Or maybe it's because of me content is turned shit to shit. It's one of them two. But it is what it is, I suppose, you know. Like, I'm 52 this year, Luke, right? Maybe it's because of life experience, but what life has learnt me, I don't see black, white, brown. You know, I don't see Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Sikh. You know, I see people. You know, we've all got an arsehole. You know, and sometimes some of us aren't perfect. You know, but you have to be able to admit your imperfections to the world. Never mind to yourself. That's a hard thing to do. But to tell the world, listen, I fucked up more than 10 times. You know, I did a lot of bad shit allegedly, but I grew from it and I learned from it. I went from a sheep to a shepherd, but it took a lifetime to get there. And it can take seconds to lose it. Everything. I'll tell you this for free. When you lose money, you lose nothing. When you lose your health, you lose something. But when you lose your character, you lose everything. And mine's not for sale. That's why I don't need validating. I'd sooner show you a demonstration. But anyway, listen, I'm going to end me live because my son's going to be ringing me very soon. Thanks for coming in. If you're not sub to that geezer in the channel, Luke, I can't pronounce it. Trench Air. But if you're not sub to his channel, guys, can you do it? Because he's always giving me shout outs in his channel. Like I said, my target's getting smaller on a daily basis. I'm 180 odd subs away. That's nothing. But the way my channel's going at the minute, it's going to take me ages to get there. So I'm going to have to come up with a contingency plan. Some affirmative action is needed. You know. Anyway, shout out to shepherds. Needed. In the garden. Seeded. Wimbledon, we're out.